Hello, friends of Komodo platform. Hello, friends of crypto, price charts, friends of BTC, Pirate Chain, and the like. I'm Giuliano. It is the final day of November, 30th of November, 2021. So we have a monthly candle closing today, and really, the markets are showing some confusing activity. Well, not confusing activity. It's trying to confuse all the participants. Some participants are more confused. Some participants are less confused. So it turns out that if you were watching yesterday, here we pick up Bitcoin price chart 4-hourly, because this is really where the short-term action is happening. We're watching a short-term action to find out, okay, on a bigger scale here. We're not going to get to monthly yet, but even here, it's like, okay, third red candle here, you're just seeing it shift green and red. It's just such a sideways indecisive. We have another week where we could stay in this sideways indecisive. We could chop between, 58K with wicks above whatever, give or take, and 56K. I do think we're going to touch the 56K. We'll get on lower time frames, but basically, on a daily price chart, you still have some action here where we could even slide down, right? So I do see, if we start looking into this area here, you see how there was a potential for breakout. Everyone's getting excited. That's what it's meant to do. The market is kind of going to the best places that will provide mixed signals and potential, potential edges. And then the market will decide either it goes one way or the other, and one of the edges is going to win, the other one's going to lose. So that's more of a trader's game. In terms of a price chart watching and determination game, I think this area here is definitely the highest probability area for the price to go even into the first few days of December, because then it really makes people not clear. And it still holds the integrity of this channel, which is clearly what the price did here. It even holds the integrity of this box here. Well, really, we're now working with this price level here. So there you go. So this downtrend yesterday that we drew just towards the end of the BTC TA was definitely useful, at least for now, to see that actually the price is not as clear as everyone wants it to be, and at least for the next number of hours and days. And we'll see. Okay, we do want to touch on month. So here's the thing, though. Towards the end of the day, the action we see right now, it's about 8 hours before the end of the day. So we have a third of the day left, just a bit less than that. So this candle could close even around where it is or a little bit higher. And then as a monthly candle, look at it. It stair steps nicely here. We can get more green action in the next month of December for sure. So that's an interesting notion right here. The other option is, basically, I don't think we're going to get a green candle, a new high month at the 61s, right? But the question is it going to close around the 58 level, or around the 56 level, or here around the 57 level? 58.5, 57.5, or 56.5, which are all kind of intermediate significant areas and zones, as we can see. So that's basically where we are. So we take it down to the 4-hour time frame, because this is really where a lot of the action was happening. And for me, I see here, yes, it held, it held this band, this purple band here. It held it, the price held it nicely as support here. And also holding this downtrending channel as support. You see how we bounced here and here as well. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That means, okay, we're looking like we're done with this channel, very likely. So that's why I think there's a good probability of going in here and maybe slipping down into here. And of course, wicks, intraday and intra candle trading, who knows where it goes. But generally, I get the sense that the next move then would into December brings us into this layer here in terms of time and price. And then we can get above it if we are, if we are indeed continuing along this uptrending longer term channel that really, I don't want to bring it back on the 4-hour, but it takes us back to the lows. Where are we going here? I'll show it on the day. And then I think we're out of here, because really that's all there is to say about BTC. It's really just a sideways. And since the action is relatively, here it's indeterminate, because again, bigger degree, the trend is down. So this intermediate candle is like, could be signaling the turning over, and then we continue down. However, smaller degree, we have 3 stronger upward moving candles. Now we might be having a pause or 2, and then from there can continue moving upwards. So yeah, that's the sense I'm getting, is like we get a pause or 2, and then we continue higher into December, beginning of December. But everybody is expecting that too. So there's also the strong possibility of falling out of the channel and making sideways moves. Maybe money decides to go also play with the alts. Maybe in, you know, there are times where January, February are also weak. So maybe, you know, we get a push up again, we get that push up, and then we fall out. I don't know. Now I'm just kind of getting, again, speculating. We really do have to watch, and it'll become more clear over the next few days. But basically, this is the talk for the next few days. That's what I wanted to say about Bitcoin. Okay, that's really it. I'm done with the BTC, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Hope it's been fruitful. Let's watch. You want to watch definitely this daily candle close. If we start closing up at these 58.6 levels and above, then wow, that's huge. But doubtful. I'm thinking it's going to be more like this, maybe with some flops up and down. Let's take a look at something smaller, like a 1 hour time frame. Yeah. So we get some bearish move. I could definitely see, you know, this is in between. It could likely be bearish for that timing. Again, it's kind of intermediate. It's, you know, lower highs than these previous highs. It's just a series, again, based on this trend line is showing us too, like these lower highs. And yeah, this level here, this box level is pretty key. But again, I see the potential for the price to just wiggle its way through for a little bit. Clearly, this is a very big support level on the 1 hour time frame. Otherwise, we're back down to these 54 levels. So yeah, I do think more so at best, maybe down to like 55 at some point, 55 and a half. But this channel right now is in our favor. So yeah, looking good. Watch this space here. Let's see. Enjoy. Keep watching along, and we will find out more as time moves on over these next number of days. Okay, so that's BTC price chart. And now I just want to double check, like we can look at KMD, and we'll just see here quickly that, you know, price is actually breaking down, but also on a 4 hourly holding support. This, again, intermediate, unclear candle. However, there is a tendency that this could, maybe it'll be a short-term bump up because it'll retest this level, but I'm getting the sense that we're coming down to test this 20 period average, which would be a 20-day moving average. We're testing it on a closing basis. You know, we want to close probably at or around this line is most likely in terms of showing the strongest support that we're probably going to get around here to turn up. But on a 4 hour level, I'm noticing that, yeah, we've got this Ichimoku cloud in the favor. Good candle here. However, we're middling. Like at best, we're going to come up to this 17.5 level here to try and test this. Maybe it's just going to bring us one of these levels, like just 1700 level here. And then I get the sense we're just going to be really testing this 200 period moving average here again. Just either that, or we can get the bump up and then try and find some support here. If we look at retracements, total retracement here now, it's starting to wonder, like, how close are we? Because this is gone down. We're rounding the down, so it's either means a little bit up and then more down, or it means just like a continued cliff down. You know, it doesn't have to go that far, because this is definitely an important level that we want to hold. Okay, let's see. We could really use something like that where it goes up and then back down. And when we look at some indicators like MACD, it looks like we could gain some positive momentum on the 4-hour time frame. So what is that? How much strength is that going to be? I don't know. This level here of price is going to be the resistance, which most likely coincides with this strong level of resistance here, here, all of that, right? So we'll see what we get in terms of momentum. I'm guessing here it's either now or down, and then that concern becomes even getting lower than the 1600 level. But at best here again, 1630 is really the level to watch for, okay, on KMD. You're good until 1630. The problem is at that time, you'd be below this 200 period moving average, and that would be more of a danger sign, especially if it gets below it and then confirms that it's getting rejection as resistance. Okay, so actually when we look at a 1-hour time frame, that's what happened here. So it's funny, I don't generally look at 1-hour price charts just because it is very short-term and intermediate. But see here, if we want to know short-term and intermediate, we look here and find things out. Like for example, this 200 period average, we broke below it. We really found resistance here on a closing basis, and that's it. We're down below it now. This was important. This was just on the 29th of November, between 28 and 29 of November, just the beginning of that day. So that's at least significant for the short term, because it's a 200 period average. So we'll see how long it takes. I'm hoping, what I'm hoping for is some sort of move like this. That would be nice, but at this point, it could be more time spent down here in the 1600s to really wash this out. I don't know. Let's see. All right, KMD. That's it for now on KMD. And then I would like to just talk a bit, we'll keep it on 4 hours here. Would like to talk a little bit about Parachain, but it's basically doing what we expected. Concern now though is what's Bitcoin going to do? Like if it starts rocketing, whoops, then everything starts being more risky compared to Bitcoin. And so on this 4-hour time frame, we did exactly what was potential, which was coming all the way down to the bottom of this cloud. We rejected at this line, and then boom, it was precipitous from there. That's a 4-hour time frame, but this is the end of, or the mid of the 28th of November. So similar time frame to Komodo. Yeah, so really important to hold this cloud. I mean, how long can you stay in the cloud? At least it's green, but even then, what does that mean? This is a 4-hour time frame, so we're definitely looking to get back over this 200 period moving average here. Okay, only held it this really generally this one time here, but then couldn't confirm that. You see, all of this is not really confirming anything really. We went up nicely, got it, good bounce, couldn't confirm it when we needed to because the market wasn't ready, and it came down, and then didn't even think twice there. It had like a little forethought. If you see those wicks up and down on the 4-hourly, that's the indecision. That's the confusion in the market and all that. Okay, so that's usually a good time to place bets. Anyway, that's another story. None of this financial advice. So in terms of the Parachain price chart, yeah, we're at key levels of support resistance here. Really want to hold them. If we don't hold them, then the danger is very real of like dumping into the low 20s and beyond. So got to really watch out for this Parachain price chart. Made a high and then some lower high action, and it's pretty much a downtrending resistance So we're going to keep that in because this price needs to get back above there to have any hope in the near future. In the beginning of the month, we're wondering about this area on higher term timeframes, like on the daily price chart. We were wondering. It was really close to being, yeah, look. So here we go. We'll take a look at our bar to bar. Oops. Yeah, so we are definitely down on the lower end of retracement at about 78.6. Well, yeah, if we go wick to wick, let's go wick to wick, because that might be more reasonable. And in that case, it's just a 50%, which says, I mean, if you're going the wicks though, and we're dealing with dangerous levels. So bar to bar, closing to closing on a daily level. Fighting to get back above the 61.8 retracement level, that's for sure, and could very well continue down. But having said that, one good thing, let's just take this, okay, because on a MACD level here, on a momentum level, we're going to need some negative momentum. So it's most likely going to continue dumping, okay? What is something we can look for here is this level here, this kind of 88 level. That would be around the 28.5, 28.6, 28.67, that kind of level. If you want to take a look for prices between that, you know, and the 2900 level as really hopeful. But then the longer term problem is, does it then only just go up and then get rejected and then keep coming down? And then we really, that's the beginning of something worse in terms of number go up or number go down. Because considering here, look, we are at the 20 period moving average, 20-day moving average. We want to get back to it. And if it's rejection, then yeah, then we're down. So this longer time frame downtrend here is important. I think I'm just going to keep this to the daily price chart, and I'm closing this video out. I thank you for watching, and we'll keep an eye out. Until next time, that's, wait a second. I'm going to just escape this, close this, do this, and then wish you some love, peace, and happiness. All right, and spread it around, folks. Until next time, goodbye.